Hey guys, today I've got another sketchbook portrait. Whenever I draw anything, not just faces, I break it down into the simplest shapes that I can. I draw straight lines on my reference photo that help me see where on my paper all of our features are supposed to go. The more rough shapes I have down, the better idea I get of where other features go. After that, I just keep adjusting it until it either looks how I want it to, or until it is so terrible that I want to start over. There's no wrong way to get your outline down on the paper. You can do whatever you want. Sometimes I use a grid method, but I'm just too lazy for that today. In this instance, though, I was less worried about getting an exact likeness of my reference photo, and more the general feeling, which was supposed to be like this grumpy face. And I wanted to make it look even more grumpy than the reference photo, but in the end, it didn't really look like that. It was still fun to do this one, and it's not really that bad, but meh. For the last couple of weeks, I have been struggling to get anything that isn't crap out onto a piece of paper and record it at the same time. I was originally going to go with graphite pencils, but after the last few disasters, I decided it would probably just be better for me to switch to a different medium as well as a different reference photo. Or five. I think this was like the fifth one I did. If something isn't working for you, don't be afraid to scrap it and move on to something else for a while. At the same time, you have to find a balance, so you don't want to get into the habit of never finishing anything. I switch between my black colored pencils a lot. I find that my Faber Castell black gets the nice sharp details when my Prismacolor refuses to stay sharp, which is all the time. But my Prismacolor gets dark and stays dark more than the Faber Castell does. Faber Castell also erases a lot easier than Prismacolor, so I use it on the initial outline and in small details like the eyes and the nose and the mouth. I use the Faber Castell on the skin too because for me it's easier to get a nice gradation of color. It's harder for me to do that with Prismacolor because it gets kind of waxy and it just goes too dark too fast. I wasn't worried about getting her hair right in this picture. Her face, her hand, and her expression was my focus, so I blocked in her hair just really quick, and I pushed a lot harder than I normally do with colored pencils, but I was kind of rushing and I didn't really want to draw the hair out, especially how it looked all wet and pitch black in the reference. I also tried to limit my highlights in this one to just a few areas that I thought needed it, like her eyes and a spot on her nose. Her nails were white too, so I thought that looked kind of cool. I was trying to make it look less bright to match like the mood of the drawing. It didn't really work though. She looks more bored than anything. I don't know what it is, but even when I'm trying to draw them angry, I still draw big, bright eyes. But I guess that's what a sketchbook is for. You can try something else out on the next page. Also, if you don't know what to draw, practice all different kinds of expressions and angles of the face. I know people say that all the time, but the only way you get better is to practice. I learned by messing up and knowing what not to do on my next drawing. And of course, just when I think I'm done, I go to sign it the way I've been signing it for 15 years, and I still messed up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and I'll see you next time.